Microphone! What's up out there, everyone? I can see your comments because I've had glasses now for a year. I could never see your comments before. I'd have to squint and look hard, but now I can see them. Scoot my laptop over. It's another Saturday. We're hanging out. Normal live stream. I got my sound set up here better today than last Saturday. Let's see. So last Saturday was celebrating 4 million subscribers. So thank you again. I still have 4 million subscribers, but actually now I have 4 million subscribers, 10,000. So thank you and welcome new subscribers. And also thank you old subscribers. With that, right around that time too, I also released my new intermediate foundation course. So everyone that's checking that out, thank you so much. Really appreciate that support. It's still for sale. I'm going to talk about a topic from that in this video, right, Matt? Is that what this one's about? What's the title of this live stream? It's good to know since we're already in the middle of the stream. It's good to know the topic of the stream. But the intermediate foundation, since intermediate is hard to pin down what that actually even is. So what I'm looking at my foundation course. Ooh, thanks for the link there, Matt. What I was looking to do, since I have a bunch of different courses on blues, rock, rhythm. If you're more interested in lead guitar, I've got specific courses that go all the way from the beginning to more advanced with that. So then what is it? I have beginner electric course, beginner acoustic course. So what would intermediate be? So what I looked at it as is once you're already a beginner, which is knowing some open strummy chords and maybe some simple melodies, maybe not scales even, but like once you're past the beginner phase where you're having some fun, playing a little bit, then what are the most important things to focus on getting better the quickest? And so I put it step by step through in that course. That's why it's called Foundation. Everything in the course can get you, anything in that course that you practice will help you get better. So let me know in the comments real quick, maybe one of the topics. Oh, hey, Rocco. You're welcome, Rocco. Yeah, so I'll just talk about that 12-bar blues because it's a great topic when you're talking about chord changes. But the very first chapter in that intermediate course is talking about like starting to memorize the notes on the guitar. But so in an E blues, there's 3 chords: an E7, an A7, and a B7. So one thing you can do, and this is in the intermediate foundation course, near the second half of the course. But let's just look at those notes. An E note would be the 2nd fret on the D string. I'll add some tone. The 2nd chord is an A7, and I'm going to play the 7th fret D string. And then the B7 on the D string, the B note, just the roots of the chord, is the 9th fret D string. So instead of trying to memorize something, you could just start with that very simply. 3 spots. The 2nd fret, all in one string. 2nd fret, 7th fret, and 9th fret. So I'm going to loop a slower 12-bar blues right now. So watch this. That's all E. Oops. Let me do that again. Let me re-loop that. Here we go. So I just looped that 12-bar blues, and I'll just play the roots. And that's a starting point. You don't just go from simple to advanced. You start with a basic concept like that. Here comes the next chord. Back to the first chord. This works on acoustic the same. The B. Turn around on the B. So if they're all dominant 7 chords, each one of those notes, you can play the whole step below it. It's a chord tone from that. So now instead of, I can go, and then simply on that second one, and then on the third one. Now you can play those notes in one position. So you could like kind of seek that out later. And now your hand's not having to move around. But watch, just 2 notes now for those chord tones. Third chord. So you start to mess around with that. But then from that same spot, you can just keep adding ideas. The next one would be this. And then the same thing would be here. Turn around. So another thing I really like about a concept like this, for the people that are interested, is that if you get lost, or what I like about blues in this setting, is if you get lost, you can just play the 1 chord's blues scale. So like, I can try and hit those chord tones, but if I get lost or I'm not, knowing what chord I'm playing over, I can always just play just the E blues scale over that. And also, if you heard, I can find that here. And then I can also find. So you can start to find those same tones in one spot. And when you get lost, just straight home row blues scale. Yasin Atala says, well, I want to play pop. But if you do like pop music, then you really want to focus. If you want to play pop and you're a beginner, Yassine, what you really want to do is start with the easiest strummy chords. And pop lends itself to acoustic guitar, I think, quite nicely. You could get a nice beginner acoustic guitar. But the easiest chord to start with would be E minor. And then move it over, and you got this A sus2. And you just start with those easy chords. Like that. Okay. I wanted to look at the, I wasn't looking at the actual screen. You guys like the purple haze behind me? Blues and purples. It looks pretty good. I like it. Comments here. What can I do to have new vocabularies on my playing? There's so many different things. You just want to learn like 3 new looks or 3 phrases. I have a course at martymusic.com called Essential Licks. It's a bunch of just like classic phrases. Like here's a classic phrase. I'll stay in E. So that'd be 1 lick. Here's another lick. And then maybe a 3rd lick. Then you can take the extended scale and run up and down and then throw in those 3 new licks. And you have some new... Anytime you internalize a new lick, it can become 20 new licks. So that's something I recommend. Oh, by the way, did people check out the... Can I play without a fedora? Do I forget everything? I think I forget everything. It's all stored in there. I don't want to find out. I don't want to test. Been here a long time, folks. It's like my sorting hat, Michael M. Yes, nice. Hrishi says, does your acoustic blues masterclass course have lessons which are not on your YouTube channel? Yes. My courses are not repurposed videos. My, martymusic.com, the courses are only on the website. And the other thing about them is that they usually have tabs and diagrams. And then they also follow a progression, which YouTube, you're kind of hopping around. But yes, they are not repurposed YouTube videos. Now, the one caveat to that is that a bunch of the courses, because I've done so much what I think is good technique lessons on YouTube for free, but they're hard to find and they're unorganized. A lot of the courses I'll take maybe 20 related YouTube videos as a bonus. So like my newest intermediate class, for instance, is 8 hours of instruction that's brand new, and then like another 10 hours of intermediate topics that were from YouTube, but now they're organized just as a bonus. It's not the thing I'm selling. It's a bonus on top of the course. My acoustic masterclass is completely, you'll even see it's a red backdrop on that course. So none of that is from YouTube, other than every once in a while, I'll put like one chapter from one of the courses up on YouTube just so people can see it. Like, I think last week's Technique Tuesday video was one of the chapters from this new intermediate course, but there's 50 chapters, and at the most I'm going to share 2 or 3 chapters from those 50 just to show people what's on there. But so it's very important that you guys know I'm not trying to pull one on you by just taking the same videos and selling those to you. I make the very specific step-by-step courses just for those downloadable paid courses on martymusic.com, which is the only thing I run. Only thing I operate, only thing I benefit from is martymusic.com. Happy holidays. Matt, did I miss any important questions or anything? I blocked a couple people. And thank you for the congrats on the 4 million. I already talked about the topic, so I'll just do, let's see. Cod Howell, you saw me in New York. Thank you so much. Amp settings video that you like. Katana, yeah, nice, thank you. What, Matt? Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely unique to the courses. Although I will look younger. I think I'm about 6 years younger in that course. Some I'm even younger, and some the intermediate course I'm right here, right now. Hey. Yeah, Matt, anything else? And shout out, thanks Josh Norco for the super chat. Shout out to Matt here, who's helping me do this live stream today, making me feel not so alone. Later tonight, if anyone is in Nashville, although it's sold out, so you'd have to have tickets anyway, maybe they're streaming it. Yeah. Later tonight, and I'm just a special guest. It's not my show, but I'm going to be jamming in the Daniel Donato's Christmas Jam. Is that what it's called? Daniel Donato Christmas Jam at the Brooklyn Bowl here in Nashville. So look for me there. Let's see. Is next Saturday is not Christmas yet. Almost Christmas. So I still will see you guys a few more times in this live stream before the year ends and all that. Okay, so before I end, I'll do one more jam, but real quick, is there any important questions or topics or anything you'd like to ask before I end us with a nice little jam? I hope everyone is doing well out there. Here's some shout-outs. Greg Levinson, headless guitarist. Raymond Rosser, thank you. Greg Roberts tune. Josh Norco, yes. Herbsman 05 in the Philippines. What effects for electric guitar? Is a looper and basic effects for electric guitar. Thanks. Wow. Some other people should look at that comment. I just recommend a good overdrive pedal on a separate looper pedal. I need help with bar chords, Minion Man. Well, I have a bar chord course at martymusic.com, and that is free. And it gives you lots of tips and concepts to help you get them down. I also have a few chapters on bar chord review in my new intermediate foundation course as well. What do you recommend after your acoustic beginner series? After acoustic beginner, there's bonus courses that either come with that but they're also free at martymusic.com. So like acoustic embellishments course, which is free. I really recommend you going through that because it just adds some extra things you can do with the beginner chords. So that's real simple. Then it's kind of like, are you more of a rocker, or are you more of a strummer, or are you more of a finger picker? Because I got a beginner finger picking for acoustic, which I think is a real nice thing. But if you're like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to play, I want to strum like Taylor Swift, or do you want to finger pick like James Taylor, So the intermediate foundation course, even though it's for electric guitar, there's like 3 or 4 chapters where I talk about string bending, which is really not for acoustic. But for the most part, all the concepts in that course are going to continue from a beginner perspective. So I still like it for you. Period. The end. What strings? What strings? Said Chad. Well, I like D'Addario. Full disclosure, I work with them, but I liked and used them before I worked with them, which is so nice because I get to work with companies with products that I already believed in and used, like Gibson and D'Addario, Sweetwater, DistroKid, Rocksmith, Boss, so forth and so on. Did I get all the important ones? Weather coming in Nashville tonight. Careful. All right, I'll watch out. Locking nuts. Do they work? Well, locking nuts here are really for the Floyd Rose system, and it's kind of more of a hassle to change the strings on those, but they stay in tune really well. They're great for like dive bombs and whammy pedal kind of stuff. All right, I'm going to jam. We're going to get out of here. Hope you guys have a great rest of y'all weekend. And hey, Marty, is there a specific camera we're going to need immediate? Man, there's so many different amps to choose from, but I mean, I've been using the Katana, which is very affordable, almost, really a beginner amp, and it works great. Chad Lamson, Super Chat, thank you. Particular strings, D'Addario strings. I use D'Addario NYXL 10 gauge on all my electrics. And then I usually use like 11 or 12 phosphor bronze, EJ 116 or EJ, I think is what they're called, on the D'Addario. Yeah, D'Addario makes really cool, affordable custom picks. You put your logo or picture on it. That's very cool. I've handed those out at my shows. Not that I'm doing a lot of shows, but when I have done them, I've made custom picks, and laid them out on all the tables for people. Switching from acoustic to electric, it's the same chords, So really, it's just a little different feel, little different sound, but the techniques are the same, so I would go for it. Greg says he likes Elixir. Now, D'Addario makes tons of strings for other companies. So a lot of times, actually, when you're buying another brand string, it came from D'Addario. Just to let you know that. No specifics, but very possibly related to that comment. And at advanced stage, you'll be using 8s. I think that's what Billy Gibbons uses, 7s or 8s. Someone else said, my friends swear by Elixir. I always used Ernie Ball. Once again, a lot of the strings are all coming from the same place. So then it's an exercise in branding and marketing. Like if you like Slash, you like Ernie Ball. Mario says, I'm confused after doing every beginner thing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do either. We want to collab with Tenacious D. Well, I just came out with a video with John Koneski from Tenacious D, and I have done a video a couple years ago with Kyle Gass from the D. Jack Black's pretty in demand, busy guy. I don't know if I'm really going to be able to lock him down when he's getting those 8-figure paid days for Jumanji 4 and stuff like that. But I love him. Huge fan. Does learning songs enhance your guitar playing? Of course it does. Who's my favorite guitar player? I don't really have one favorite guitar player. I love Hendrix, John Scofield, all the Allman Brothers related stuff, Jerry Garcia, and just all the B.B. King, the Three Kings, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Locking tuners, are they worth the money? I love the locking tuner. The thing with the locking tuner, it's on the back right here. And one of the great things about the locking tuner, I think it does help the guitar stay in tune better. But the other thing is you can just loop it through, and you don't have to wrap it a bunch of times. You just loop it all the way through. Then you just turn, and it locks it down, and then you just start tuning. So it's just a lot more convenient, stays in tune better. I think this is the only my signature Epiphone 335 is the only one now with locking tuners and the push-pull single coil. So I can actually, if I go back here, that's a humbucker. But that's the humbucker. But if I pull back, it becomes single coil like a Strat. And you can push pull on the back pickup too. So one thing that's been real popular about the signature guitar is that very fact that you can go to single coil on it, and there's no other archtop guitar under $1,000 that can give you an archtop with the flame top and back. So the guitar's $899, and you get a flame top, flame back, Alnico pickups with the push-pull single coil. It's the only archtop guitar that's doing that right now. You know, a Gibson ES335 is like over $3,000. So this is $899. You get all that tone of the archtop guitar, plus locking tuners, plus a hard shell case. So I know, like, I saw some critiques when I said entry level, but I guess what I meant was entry level archtop for the people that get all gotcha. And I get it. We're in this gotcha. Some people just are looking for any reason to say, I got you. Oh, what about blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. How about that? Entry level. Hate to break it to you, Marty. Beep, 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 blah, blah, blah. So I'm proud of the guitar. I'm using it tonight. I use it all the time. Definitely don't hear a $4,000 difference between my Gibson, which I love as well. So anyway, great guitar. Yeah. All right, one more jam.
Wow.